Thank you, Sir Edward. It was a pleasure to serve under you in the chair today, and also thank the honourable friend for Keighley and Ilkley for introducing this debate. In the days running up to November the 5th this year, Chair, I met by chance at an event in Edinburgh an off-duty police officer who lives in my constituency, and he explained to me that he was injured on Guy Fawkes year, in fact Guy Fawkes Day in 2023, and he'd still not made a full recovery. He was one of just 62 police officers injured after being targeted with fireworks and other projectiles as part of a significant outbreak of antisocial behaviour around Guy Fawkes Night that year. And I stress other projectiles because it's not just fireworks, but fireworks are part of the catalyst for that antisocial behaviour, and they're also obviously extremely dangerous. And when I talk about antisocial behaviour, I mean, all of us know that this is just a euphemism. It's just outright lawlessness at times we're confronted with at Edinburgh in relation to fireworks. In the days running up to Guy Fawkes, I keep wanting to call it Fireworks Night. In the days running up to Guy Fawkes Night this year, I met with 2 community police officers to support a local shopkeeper who was concerned about shoplifting. Both were set to be on duty on the 5th of November, and both had been through so-called public order training. I had to wish them both good luck. And that's shameful that we know that this violence is coming on the 5th of November, and all we can really do as an MP is wish the police officers good luck. We should be empowering them and also protecting them. When the night came in Edinburgh South West, we saw disorder in Sighthill, Oxgangs, Calder Road and Broomview. Thankfully, we only saw one injury, a female police officer. Nevertheless, the police were clear, and I will quote them here: "The levels of violence and aggression police officers, fire service and ambulance service personnel were faced with in some areas was wholly unacceptable." The police said that residents were, and I'll quote them again, left terrified as serious disorder took place in their communities, whilst vital bus services that allow safe travel across our city were violently attacked. And no members don't know Edinburgh well, but I will list the bus services that were affected, just to give you a scale of what happened. So Lothian buses services 2, 12, 14, 21, 30, 46, 48 and 400. Now, there's many jobs where people's partners worry about them when they go to work, but driving a bus should not be one of them. So, and really, we have to take steps to tackle this. The police are still hunting down those responsible. So far, several houses have been searched under warrant and several vehicles seized. There have been 27 people arrested in Edinburgh, and they have been charged with 64 offences. The police showed me a huge stash of fireworks that they took out of one car on the 5th of November. The driver had set himself up as a mobile fireworks delivery service. He was cautioned and charged accordingly. I do not understand how one person was able to buy that volume of fireworks. My office is currently engaging with communities impacted by the disorder to ask them what they think needs to change. There's fantastic community partnership work going on to try to tackle the causes of antisocial behaviour of all types. But people are telling me where fireworks are concerned, we have to do more to tackle both their supply and use. In Scotland, we already have a mix of dispersal zones and firework control zones across the country, and in particular in Edinburgh, to try to control the problem. Firework control zones are designed to reduce the negative effects of fireworks on the environment, vulnerable groups, and also support animal welfare. Essentially make it illegal to set off fireworks, including within private property. But imagine the job of the police trying to identify who's letting a firework off in their back garden. How are they supposed to enforce that? I mean, Israel's Iron Dome comes to mind, but perhaps not applicable in this setting. The Scottish Government said that the control zones, and I'll quote them here, were a key milestone in their journey towards a cultural change in Scotland's relationship with fireworks. So far, I mean, and this isn't a criticism because the legislation is well-intentioned. So far, there's little evidence that it's having impact. A senior officer, police officer, told me that the orders were mildly preventative at best. Please do. Sorry.
Making an excellent point, but does he agree with me that in Scotland the issue is about resources as well? The local authorities of Scotland and the police authorities just don't have the resources to police this. I mean, I think you're making the point that the legislation, the rules are there, but the police are concerned about their ability to enforce it. And if you read some of their responses, they are concerned they don't have the resource to police this effectively. So it does come down to money from the Scottish Government going to police and local authorities.
So I support the police both north and south of the border having more resources. I'm one of these people, Chair, who is quite happily to pose next to the police at community events and share those pictures on my Facebook page. But the price I pay for that is to support them in their calls. And you know, what resources do they need to deal with fireworks? Helicopters to see where they're getting launched from? What we need to do is tackle the import and sale of these devices. And we have to be honest about that. Yeah. So the police officer was clear with me, actually. He said that there could be more done at restricting the import and sale of fireworks. That was the point I just made. Now, I do think we'll have to listen to the police on this. The chaos in my constituency, I'm speaking to police officers, why I'm here today. We have known fireworks have been dangerous all my life. I can remember warnings on Blue Peter. We used to get told to keep our fireworks in metal biscuit tins. remember those dangerous days. But back then, and we knew back then about the impacts of the fireworks of on animals too. And at this point, I have to mention my cat Millie, because other people have mentioned dogs, but no cats yet. Since then, the fireworks have only got bigger, and their misuse has become an increasingly significant driver for antisocial behaviour. Now, the British Fireworks Association wrote to me, and I'm sure they wrote to others, and they said that firework-related injuries account for less than 0.03% of all E&E attendances per year. Please do.
I also read the briefing from the Fireworks Association, and what concerned me is they seem to